Hello. Pearson's frozen or somewhere.
Oh, no,
Oh,
I'm back on.
wow,
It's
there are
weird.
two Pearsons now.
Wait, is there two of me on here?
Maybe I'm seeing double.
You're seeing Global? Let's see. Let's check out the stream over there on the live.
Yeah,
Uh,
here it is. Yeah, presenting our new AI avatar.
okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think we're good.
Oh yeah, there
Um,
we go.
cool. Yes. Bugs.
Bugs, bugs, bugs.
Nice.
Lots of them.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I am an AI avatar today. I'm not actually real. This is our newest. This is completely a joke, everybody. But this is our newest AI model. This is real. It's Horizon Real, Ultra Real model.
Horizon Plus, Horizon Pro Plus, Horizon Max. Yeah, we're gonna
I
come up.
got I got access yesterday to the World Labs Marble beta,
Oh, nice.
um, and we'll show it on next on Creative Flux. But like that was cool. So it's like the models there just reminds me of that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love the concept.
And hi, Monica from Boston.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Thanks for
Nice to
being
meet
here.
you. Thank you for.
Yeah, we do this every Wednesday for anybody joining for the first time. We just have a chance to chat and everything. The last couple weeks have been a little bit slower on the feature announcements because sound like broken record. We're working on some cool stuff. It's going to come out soon, hopefully pretty soon. But yeah, we just use this time to chat with you all, hear what you're creating, answer any questions, and just build this community with everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
I
And yeah, I
forgot.
mean, the features are gonna be awesome. I know they're taking a while, but hopefully you guys will love them when they come out.
Yes, I think they all will. It's been fun to look
Yeah.
at. Let me actually share this in the Discord real quick. Come join our weekly Wednesday. I realize there's a bug on our email newsletters right now, because images are hosted on a different domain than Jellypod, and so Gmail's like flagging
Um,
some emails because they're hosted on the Sanity CDN,
oh wow. Yeah,
and
it's
so
annoying.
I was like, oh, I need to fix that before we spam everybody with another email about. I need to fix that before we launch these new features coming out.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, has that been happening for a while then? I mean,
No, I just recently noticed it. It hasn't happened before. I don't know. I just saw it in my own inbox. It's like, oh,
oh yeah, come
so
to think of it, I have not received a weekly Wednesday email myself.
I
So,
didn't send a weekly Wednesday last 2 weeks because
okay.
that's why the view counts have been a little bit lower. One, because I was just like, well, I didn't want to spam everybody again until we have the next big thing. Because I didn't have much to write about in the emails besides come join us and ask some questions.
That's awesome. Hey, Noel.
Whoa,
Wow. Congrats, Noel. Did 2,800%. See, this is what happens when, you do Jellypod right. I mean, I love it. I love it. That's
that's
awesome.
sweet. What's can you send the link to the
Yep.
episode?
Please share the one that took off. That's awesome. I love, I mean, we both love hearing stories about success. It just makes us feel so good that, you guys are using this platform for, getting more views, engagement, customers, whatever, or just creating stuff that you like. So that's awesome.
That's sweet. And I wonder, is this like where is this podcast hosted? Um, is this like something that you're tracking like on YouTube, like views, or is this through our analytics on Spotify? I'm curious. Because I
Yeah.
feel like if people are getting a lot of views on YouTube, which they will upcoming, but
Ooh.
yeah. So like it's just an interesting thing because it sucks to have your thing on YouTube too, and it just like doesn't show in the dashboard on Jellypod just because you upload it yourself. Obviously, you don't have that data. Um, but
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we auto post using RSS feed, which works for obviously Spotify and Apple, but and even YouTube, the YouTube podcast angle. But the
yeah,
YouTube podcast is just an audio file, right? There's no video,
correct,
right?
correct.
Which yeah, it's weird. I actually didn't even know it existed until you told me. I was like, what? It's YouTube, but it's audio.
Right.
But I'm surprised YouTube doesn't let you add like just upload a video, because I mean YouTube primarily is a video native platform, so I'm surprised they
So
don't have features or something that let you add stuff.
YouTube recently in the last month they made a big announcement regarding they're doubling down into building more tools for creators and also into podcasting. So I think they're head-to-head collision with Spotify on the podcast front. So I'd be, it might make sense for them to support video and RSS, but maybe it doesn't because the
Hmm.
other thing I see is like, okay, YouTube, like RSS works in a way where the hosting provider, hosts a file and
Hmm.
then everyone else just downloads that file. But YouTube is completely different where YouTube hosts a file, they stream it, they do all the
Right.
stuff behind the scenes. So maybe if you put a video link in the RSS feed, it'll be like an auto upload or something. But then how do you track changes if you change that?
Yeah.
So
It's
I could
very
see
crazy.
why there's technical issues, but maybe
Right.
they,
And video
they
isn't like a small file either. I mean,
yeah.
that's a pretty big change to track. But I mean, I do think we're gonna see some very interesting stuff in YouTube, because I'm surprised they've been slower at this, but I think there's gonna be a huge unlock where literally you can be asking questions on the YouTube video itself, like, oh, what, at what time did this happen, blah blah, blah. Like basic stuff we've built, like I built wrappers on, should just be a YouTube feature, which I
Right.
think will enable a lot of learning unlock, in particular with videos.
Right. I
Um,
swear I saw an official announcement, but maybe it was unofficial or it was a leak. But like, I thought they said that they were gonna put Gemini where you can Q&A and talk to the video.
there is a button. I think it's a beta group or something. I see sometimes
Oh,
a button pop up which you can click and supposedly ask questions. I think
oh,
that
nice.
would be very powerful for learning.
That's
Noel
cool.
was saying it is Apple traffic. Oh, interesting. I'm mostly an Apple podcast guy myself. I know you love Spotify for podcasts. For me, in my head, Spotify is music, Apple is podcast, but I'm sure there's some great content on Spotify as well.
Oh, I just honestly, I just used Spotify for a long time, and it it's just my default audio, whatever it is, music, podcast, anything. Except for there are some cool streams on YouTube, which I think are AI generated music now that I
Mm,
prefer, where they're like 3 hours long of high quality, what seems like AI generated,
like
but for
lo-fi
any,
or
yeah, like lo-fi, whatever type
right.
of, uh, yeah, content. So just to get me into the zone and grind.
Oh, it's a scroll
But
though. I don't know if you saw Suno 5, but it was
I haven't.
so good. I
Creative
think.
Flux on Friday, maybe
Oh
live
yeah,
demo.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll definitely talk about it. But I truly think it'll be a what the hell moment. But I think we'll see the first Billboard like top 100 AI
Really?
song
Wow.
soon.
Wow.
So
Yeah. For
it's really
everybody watching this, I mean, we do our podcast on Fridays. It's now on the Jellypod YouTube channel as well, but it's on Spotify. Called Creative Flux. So we just talk about generative audio, video, media. Last week's discussion I actually thought was one of our best. There's like either top one or two. I really liked last week's discussion. We dove into some really concrete things, but also just had some fun with it. So check those out if you want more content of us. I know you all watch these Wednesday, which is awesome. So if you want to hear us chatting more, watch that on YouTube or listen to it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts if you're like Bilal
yeah,
and you like podcasts over there.
yeah, yeah. This and speaking of the Jellypod itself, like as you mentioned, we're building some cool features. I in particular, I think I'm hoping we can get you guys. I guess we can start teasing a bit, but it'll basically be some hopefully get letting you add more music and stuff in different places. I I hope that unlocks a lot of value in terms of. I know you've been asking us, a lot of you have been asking us to be able to add background tracks and whatnot, and so hopefully you'll be able to do that and more. That's just
Right.
be the tip. But
Yeah.
it is an interesting question. I feel like one thing I've always thought about is like how how important is the transition music, between speakers? Is that an important thing, or is it mostly people do intro, outro, and then maybe they layer on a few tracks or what, or a big track or whatever? So I'm curious if you guys have any thoughts in the chat. Let us know if you play around with if you add any transition. If you could add any transition music, would that be important or not really? Or what kind of music do you mostly use for your Jellypod podcasts?
Right. That'd be interesting. I wonder. Yeah. I feel like we can query this too. Would be cool to see the distribution of people who put music in their podcast and
Oh
then
yeah.
break that
Oh.
up because I do see a lot. I remember that was a heavily asked for feature, is which is why we added because we used to have just intro outro music, and then we were like, okay, people are like I need to add music between these two blocks. Like I have another recording that I want to upload here, or some music or something like an ad, which I haven't seen ads. I don't know. No ads in podcasts. Don't add ads. No, I'm just kidding.
Mm,
If you want to add ads in your podcast, you can do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But I hate ads, like most.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely had a
I
few
skip them.
almost car crashes because I've had to want to skip ads and stuff. But
It's the interesting thing, I mean, when you're listening to a podcast and you have a sponsored, like acquired podcast, they always say like sponsored by a Statsig or something. They have
right.
some big sponsor. But podcasts, like you could skip. YouTube now, you can't really skip ads if they don't want
Hmm.
you to. But podcasts, you could just say, no, I'm just skipping this whole ad.
Yeah.
So I've always been just interested, like, how are they going to fix that? Will Spotify add in native ads where you can't actually skip? So,
Right. Yeah.
they-
I think the challenge, I think this is where hopefully, the perfect competition helps. But if Spotify does it and Apple doesn't, people are just going to go to Apple Podcasts. And so it would have to be what's the word for it? When you, it would have to be a collusion basically between all the big platforms where they kind of all decide, all right, we need the money. So
right.
let's just all have a non-skippable ads. And
Totally.
hopefully that unfortunate prisoner's dilemma keeps them there because I do not want, non-skippable ads.
Right. Right. Totally.
Real, oh, okay, no, no,
Well,
has this
well, we
formula laid
got.
out? Oh, okay, before that, Monica was saying, I have a feature question.
Yeah.
I
Did you bring
guess
that back
we can
up?
go one by one.
Yeah. Hey, Monica. So I have a feature question. If we could do that, yes, of course. That's what this is for. So
Yes,
thanks.
please. This is
I
your
use
time.
Jellypod. Right. I use Jellypod to create training podcasts to teach cross-cultural skills by animating business cases and convos. I have a question for you. Um,
Yes.
and then
Um, how
how does Jellypod derive the cultural cues of the voices? Can AI start doubling down on cultural cues and maybe make it too dramatic, or can it be refreshed? Um, okay, so just so I'm clear, the question is, how do we determine
So I think
how to?
the
Yeah,
answer is the backstory, Monica, because by culture cues, I'm guessing you mean like a cowboy voice or southern or a certain accent or a certain affectation. If you add that into the backstory of the host, it should, in theory, come through. And the more descriptive, the backstory is, the more the better, the more the input there, the better the output could be. And the new model Horizon in particular is very sensitive to these, so you might see some dramatic changes as well. So I would play with the backstory and add even particular examples, like she says certain ways in a very lackadaisical voice or a valley girl accent, or and you can even add examples and stuff if you want to in the backstory itself, and that will all inform the way the voice will sound
right,
down the line.
right, right. So, yeah, yeah. And at the end of the day, I mean, like the words that are on the transcript is what is going to be said. So you can always edit those, but the backstory goes into how that transcript is produced. So yeah, edit that. And then, yeah, the backstory is key.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. Cool.
Let us know if that helped. And then Noel, he's explaining his
Right, yeah. I love the this format. So pre-roll, hook, interesting, and then main branding. So I'm guessing main branding is the actual announcement of the podcast itself, then auto ducking, bed, and outro.
right. Wait, no. I mean, if you're willing, if you're not, don't no need to respond to this. But if you can post the link to the episode that got
Yeah.
it was increased by 2,800%. Um, Post that, and then we can post it in the description of the video.
Thanks. Yeah, but I love it. I mean, it's very, uh, it's like the Mr. Beast. Like he has this formula and stuff, and but it works. So I wonder if you should like pre-program that into Jellypod in a way where hey, this is the hook block. This is the outro.
Well, totally, totally. I think that's what we do. I mean, like we're trying to aggregate learnings across industry. So if we can do something that improves everybody's experience, I mean, whether it's improving the transcripts, if we know that like a lot of people are using it to create educational content, like can we tweak and tune our system to make that just better? Like, hey, educational content always should have an example after, yeah, like a real life example after something, or like just for like, that's just purely an example. But I mean, there's ways that we can tweak based on learnings across like aggregated learnings to make it just better for everybody. Um, oh, maybe it just doesn't show up here.
Yeah, I think they probably hide the links. That's just annoying, but I
That's
totally
probably
understand.
true.
But I mean, no, no. If you can share the name of the um, podcast, I guess I can look it up because you did the customer story recently, right?
I need to post the customer story. It's not posted yet.
Oh, nice.
And then Monica, do you have deep backstories? North Indian, South Indian, American, German characters. Yeah, that's sweet. Very cool.
Nice.
Very
That's
cool.
awesome. This is a very diverse crew. Oh,
Yes. Yes. Very sweet. That's
nice.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monica. Yeah, as long as you keep refreshing with the new backstory, that'll work. Let's see. The
Yeah.
Small Cybersecurity Business Guy. That's the podcast for Noel and everybody out there.
Nice. Nice. Love it. Yeah. And Monica, you can like if you just want, there's a when you go edit the host, you can go in the podcast and you can generate a conversation preview if you just want to, just see how they sound like before generating a whole podcast. So, or you can just generate a speech block as well, I guess. But I would definitely play, generate a little bit and make sure you like the sound before you generate the full audio. Um, it helps.
Right. Totally. Yeah, Noel, quick question. Maybe this is a bug, or hopefully it's not a bug. Did you, on the latest episode that you posted 2 days ago, One IT Manager, Massive Risk and Burnout, um, did you use a cover, did you add a cover art there, or no? I see all the other ones you added cover art, and I just don't see it on this episode. I'm curious. Because I'm curious if you see like adding cover art, unique cover art is like good or not. Um, I'm just making sure that it's not a bug there. So all the other ones have cover art, so just check it in. Um, Very cool. Well, yeah, I mean, this was you did a cover art. Well, we'll have to look at why this is.
Interesting. Sometimes if it's the image is bigger than I think it's 3,000 by I mean there's some limits we've had issues with users uploading.
Right. It's interesting. On the cover art side, it has to be exactly 3,000 by 3,000 pixels, while also being under 500 kilobytes. Sometimes it's 1 megabyte.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, it's an exact that I didn't know it was exact. It should just be less, I feel. But
3,000 by 3,000.
it should be I mean that should be in the max.
Oh, it should be the max. I know. I know.
Right,
It,
right,
it's exact.
right.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you could do it up to that.
Um,
Apple requires that exact format
got
or the
it.
feed
I
validation
see.
fails.
So we can probably resize it under the
We
hood
do.
or
We
something.
resize,
We do?
but
Oh,
we
okay.
resize. But then sometimes there's some edge cases where we resize and the size gets bigger than the max, and so like we scale down the quality slightly just to keep it under. And there is so
Got it.
some problems sometimes,
Interesting.
but
Yeah.
which
Nice.
is so
Yeah, I mean,
stupid. I mean, why does it have to be 3,000 by 3,000?
I know, right? I mean, that's a very, and 500, I mean, that you said, like, I'm like, that's a big dimension. And then 500 kilobytes is a very small, or
I know.
yeah, kilobytes, I think, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
But
Um,
definitely using WebP or one of the other newer formats helps with that, if you guys.
totally,
Yeah.
totally.
Or SVGs, as if you want to know more about that, Pearson talked about it last Creative Fest.
That's true. I did.
uh,
People were like, "What are SVGs?" I got some comments afterwards. People texting me was like, "You lost me at SVGs." I was like, "Oh, sorry."
oh, really?
Well, then this is not for you. This. No, I'm just kidding. That is for you. I just nerded out for a second. Oh yeah, it's cool. That's awesome.
Nice.
Monica, yeah, support each other. Listen to each other's podcasts. You might get some inspiration. Noel does some crazy cool stuff. I mean, his podcasts are like 40 minutes long.
Wow, that's awesome.
So he's creating a bunch over here. But yeah, it's
That's
awesome.
awesome. Yeah, we'll check it out. Love it. That's cool.
Well, sweet. I want to make sure that everybody that's on the call today, you got all your questions answered.
Yeah, please let us know if you guys are anyone who's new or has been around and has just been too shy to like post in the chat. Please, you know, uh, now's your chance. Please say something. We're here to answer any questions,
Right.
or if you just want to say hi. That's
Totally.
right.
Please. I know. And I just reposted something on our LinkedIn. So if you're not following LinkedIn or X or Instagram or whatever, just search up Jellypod. You'll find us. But check that out. LinkedIn, we post some cool stuff. Today I reposted something about we have in Italy. There's a bunch of university professors who are using Jellypod as part of this EDU Next program, and I had the opportunity to speak to like 500, almost 500 different professors last
Wow,
week about using Jellypod and everything. So that was pretty cool. So you can see some posts out on LinkedIn about it. So yeah, but check that out. But
definitely.
yeah, well, um, I think we usually go to 10:30, but don't want to keep you all around if there's no other questions and conversations. Just we do these every Wednesday, so
Yeah.
without fail, unless we're both dead. And if we're both dead and we don't show up on a Wednesday,
We have a kill switch. We know our avatars keep going for another 90 days. To give you enough time to unwind. We have a full legacy plan. All right.
yes,
Yeah.
totally.
No,
Well,
that's awesome. Yeah, thank you guys for your support, and yeah, you guys rock as well.
yeah,
And
you rock.
yeah, and yeah, hopefully,
Yeah, sweet. Okay, well, we'll see everybody next week and take care.
yeah. Take care, guys. Bye.